What's up? What's up? Grace and peace, y'all. Grace and peace. I'm not in my usual place, so I'm a little discomforted right now. Don't mind the background, grand rising, hood rising, and all that good stuff. Let me turn down this here music guy because we're gonna talk a minute. We're gonna talk. Where's my book? So it's midweek check-in. I hope that y'all can hear me. Let me turn up my volume. Now my cats are gonna start acting funky. So hold on, y'all, because like I said, I'm not in my proper place. So it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. You might hear some exterior noises in the background. Eli's in the building. Salute, salute. So if you hear some microwaves going off, I'm in my living room right now. Shout out to the Bronx. Okay. So anyway, my Lotus is here. Good. You can hear us. You can hear us. Good. It's midweek check-in. Let me stream up on Instagram real quick and sound the alarm over there. It's on my other Instagram, and it'll be letting you guys know a few things. We got to talk. We got to talk, y'all. We got some things to talk about. So let me put Instagram up. All these damn investments. I hope I could go live on my this page on my Instagram. They be hating. Jesus. Salute, everybody coming through. Fresh breezes in the house. Yay! I can't be too loud because I'm in the house. I'm in the living room, y'all. I'm not in my right perspective, respected place. So let me just put Instagram up real quick. So salute to everybody coming through. We had some major hiccups last week because Instagram and YouTube, it is what it is. So bear with me, right? If you hear some outside exterior noises, microwave might be going on. Somebody might come through the door, the hallway. I'm not in my right place right now. Let me see if I could turn this light on. Hold on. But you make it do. Look, I got my sweats on. You know what it is. Yeah, there we go. We got a little better lighting. So anyway, it's midweek check-in, but I do have a few things I want to talk to you guys about in regards to shifts and changes. I got a little note I wrote. I got a download. Y'all can see it. There's no planets that are in retrograde right now, so that's a good thing. Mercury's out of retrograde right now, so all communication is A-okay. We shouldn't have any glitches in the matrix. I'm going to be talking about the matrix. Shout out to Sophia Stewart. If you hear somebody at the door, that could be the super. I'm just letting you know. Wednesdays for me, when shit fails, it's whenever I get on a live, man. Something always happens. So anyway, I'm kind of all over the place because there's things that I want to discuss with you guys. First, I want to talk mano y mano. I want to talk woman to woman. I want to talk masculine, feminine to feminine right now. Soul peep to soul peeps, because there's a lot of shifts. There's a lot of changes that is happening. I can't play the music that I want to play because there's copyrights. There's some copyright strikes. They were giving me the heads up. They didn't really pull my page or pull anything down. But so we can't jam out the way we want to. It is what it is. We got our own vibe. But I can't, I got to function with music. But so let me hear this. So copyrights. I do not own any of this music that's playing. Salute to everybody coming through. Salute Action Jackson. Salute. This is the midweek check-in. We doing our health, our wealth, our finance, our romance, right? We're going to see what's going on for this week. We are in a 9-day. So that just means that there's an ending to some cycles that happened in the past week, whatever that might have been, whether it be a job loss or, relationships or somebody like my brother got hacked and had to cancel his whole Instagram and create a new Instagram because somebody went into his actual account and put like a cash app on there and all this other crazy stuff. So, people are getting very creative and crafty when it comes to scamming and getting money from others. So I want to just talk about that real quick. I want to talk about what the Matrix is about because we know right now we're in this weird place. There's a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but there's people like myself who are readers or metaphysical, like-minded people. They're leaving their platforms or they're going into hiatus because a lot of shit is happening where there's a lot more foolish content that's being accepted and their pages are not being flagged or they're not being in Instagram jail or Facebook jail because they're the truth tellers. They're telling things as it is. But you get other YouTubers who pick up gossip and it sells. You got views going left and right. Some people might be even buying viewership just because. I'm not one of them. As you can see, my page is very small. Someone had proposed me going on TikTok. The less social media I can be on, the better it is. I didn't come out here to be, I'm coming up on my year anniversary doing this. I didn't come out here to get likes and views. I didn't come out here to make friends. I had a calling, a gift, and that's to spread the message. I'm not here to do shit for shits and giggles. It's not a parlor trick. It's all pure coming from source. So salute, Pamela. Pamela's in the building. Yay. You see that, right, Pamela? So I'm not saying that I'm leaving, but I'm going to try to shift to going on to either Patreon, which I don't know how that really works. It's more like the subscribers have to pay. And I don't want y'all to pay for that. Like, if we're doing a personal reading, a private reading, then yes. But you don't need to pay me to see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless we're doing something personal and private, I don't need you to pay to, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think Patreon is going to be my way. There is this other thing called, let me use my phone because Instagram, it is what it is. So I shut down the Foxy Moon Instagram page because I couldn't post on there anymore. It was last month. It was a whole month that I couldn't post. And I was like, all right, that's one strike. Second strike was last week when I had to do my lives 2 days back to back, and it still was glitching. Thank you for listening for the 2 hours and 20 some odd minutes, because that shit was like, I was like, oh my God, y'all understood what I was saying. So there's another thing that it's called Crowdcast. So it's a monthly subscription, but for myself. And it's kind of like a Zoom. I still could use YouTube to promote that I'm going to be coming on like a live and Instagram, but I'm paying for it. And you guys can come on. It's kind of like a StreamYard where, people can come on and talk. They're fairly reasonable. It's kind of pricey the higher you go, the more people you want to add on to your panel. But it's, for me, it's not that type of party unless it becomes that kind of party. So anyway, that was one. Two, there's a battle for the masculine and feminine. All right, let me shut that down. There's a battle for the masculine and feminine right now. The matriarch and the patriarch, where the patriarch is crumbling before our eyes. So there's a reason why that movie, The Matrix, came out. There's a reason why. Copyright. I do not own any of this music that's playing in the background. And let me do this real quick too to cover myself. Fair use disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use. Fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. profit, educational, or personal tips and balance in favor of fair use. That's the fair use disclaimer of 1976. That might not pertain to music. That's a different situation. I'm gonna turn this down as low as possible. So there's a reason why this woman, Sophia Stewart, has been coming up to the surface. She's the woman who wrote The Matrix. She wrote Terminator. And you guys could put in a comment what year Matrix came out. I want to say in 2000 or in 1999, right on the cusp of the new millennium. So she's the Oracle. She is also I don't know what percentage of Native, but she's Blackfoot and Cherokee. She also has European, Portuguese or Spaniard in her DNA. So I'm saying all this to say that, family, we need to get to know who we are. We need to know what our nationalities are, what our tribes we are, because it's coming down the pipeline. It's almost like you got to claim a set. It could be your soul family. Claim these people. I'm gonna tell you why. Because remember in The Matrix, the movie, Mr. Anderson was living in what we call right now the real world, right? Until he got tapped on the shoulder and was like, you could take this pill and you could keep living like Mr. Anderson. Or you could take this pill and I'll show you a whole nother world. Neo was the one, right? He was a savior. Brother Rich is in the building right on time. The metaphysics is speaking in me right now, Brother Rich. So what did Neo do? But Neo himself didn't believe that he could be a savior, right? He had to be convinced a couple of times until he then took that pill and was like, whoa, right? What's happening right now? We got bots that come into our lives. We got bots that come into other types of social media. In the real world, that's the real world. And everybody can't be a savior. So we got to be very clear. We all can't be a Neo, but we can be a tank. We could be a dozer, right? And we could be a Trinity. But we also going to have that one who's going to turn us over, a Judas, just for the sake of tasting a steak and seeing that woman in red, right? So that's why I'm like, set your people. Know who your people are. Claim your people, whether it's spiritually, nationality, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whoever that be, because right now it's coming through the pipeline. It's almost like that's what you got to do, so you could kind of stay true, because those are the people that are going to navigate you through this matrix right quick. Because we're going through this shakeup. It's playing, that Matrix movie is playing out right now. There's real bots. There's real agents. The agents can look like you and me. They act like you and me. They are out here portraying to be something else. And when you go into their profiles and you go into their their commentary, it's foolishness. These mofos is out here talking about other people, and look at that. These mofos is out here talking about people. We're gonna keep it real. We in the Bronx. This is what it is. They hating. You see? I don't give a fuck. I know who I am. Somebody questioned that. Was like, but do you know? It's like, do you know the powers you possess? Yes, but if I tell you I know what the powers I possess, you could be an op. You might have been sent to me because you are an op. I don't know this, but I can feel it. So I'm not gonna divulge into all the stuff that I know, because you could use that against me. What do they tell you when you get locked up? What are those? The Miranda rights. That's all right, Pamela. Let it all fall down. Babylon fall. Babylon is falling. That's why I said hold on to your tribe, because that's the ones you're going to need. Babylon's falling. Hold on to your tribesmen, the people that you are feeling true to. Whether it be your natural family, your bloodline, your spiritual family, your nationality, claim that shit. Now you want to set trip and claim. Yeah, this is the good time to claim it. Because you need to be able to stand on something. Because Babylon's about to fall. And if you're not ready, you're going to get swept away. When Donald Trump said drain the freaking swamps, I'm right there with him. Drain it. You got nasty infidel stuff going on. Your Miranda rights, they tell you anything you say can and will go against you. Do you want something to say? Do you need an attorney? Because one will be appointed to you. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. So when somebody comes that I don't know, and they come at me and they're using my likeness, they're using my spirituality as a guise. Thank God I was given discernment. And sometimes it's a little hard because you don't know. There's some crafty people out there. I had to just politic with you guys for a minute. I'm going to keep it real thorough for a moment. So excuse me if I go into a little tangent. It's my spirit. Right? I'm calling you Foxy, Pamela, because you're Foxy. She's like, I feel you, Foxy. Right? Come on, let's be for real, y'all. Let's kick it for a real minute. 1999. Thank you, Lotus. I'm on a love frequency right now, too. So I want to play our music, but I got like 7 copyright stuff on there. Like, you're playing somebody else's music. I don't want to go into YouTube jail. I don't want to go into YouTube jail. I need this. The people need to get the message. Jesus wasn't out here. Jesus wasn't out here like, yo, pay me to hear what I got to say. What? Jesus was out here talking to maybe 5 people. And they went back to their tribe and said, listen to what he got to say. Listen to this Hebrew Israelite. Listen to this Israelite. Listen to this Jew. Everybody in this chat right now is Hebrew. That's your religion, right? But if you came from the islands or you were naturally born in the States, you are part of the 12 tribe of Shabazz. The Native Americans, that's the tribe of Judah. The Caribbean, like myself, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Jamaicans, that's Benjamin. I'm a wolf. That's our totem. The Jamaicans and Cubans, the wolf is our totem. I've been told that my eyes look kind of like the eye of the tiger. So when somebody questions what my gifts or who and what I am, watch me. I don't do too much lip service. I don't. Y'all see, I only come on once a week. I don't come on every day. I don't come on twice a week. I don't come on 3 times a week. I'm not talking about other people. I don't even try to gossip about nothing. I'm just trying to give my message that they want me to tell the people out here, my viewers, what it is. There's some real deep, thorough people that I mess with on YouTube that are really going through this kind of, they want to shut those type of people down. They want to shut the Benjamins down. They want to shut the Jesuses. They want to shut the Sauls down. They want to shut Paul. You know who I'm talking about? They want to shut the disciples, the apostles down. Because talking about the devil work and devilment and gossiping about somebody else and their downfall and their demise, that's Judas. But we still love Judas. We needed Judas to make the prophecy come true. We needed Judas. Kiss me on my cheeks and tell me how much you love me. I'll sacrifice. I'm a Messiah. I come back. I resurrect. So the next thing is the moon is in Gemini. That's the planet of communication. It just left Taurus, so we probably were feeling a little stubborn, a little kind of sluggish, right? My moon is in Taurus, so I really was like this yesterday, like I ain't doing nothing. I'm sitting back like, what? So perfect time to come on because the moon is in Gemini right now. So it's good that y'all all talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a place where there's intelligent people, even though we do troll each other, but there's a place, a time and a place for all that. And I'm not gonna cast stones on anybody that does things like that. I just know what I know. Are they going to the right apartment? Because I got a leak in my apartment. So welcome to the Bronx. Let me tell y'all real quick about who the tribes are real quick. Bonnet's in the building. Salute Bonnet. That's another one. That's a thoroughbred. All of y'all thoroughbreds. I mean, I'm not gonna take one away from the other because that's why we're here. That's why y'all resonate with me. I don't need 1,000 viewers. For what? I can't be intimate with that many people. It would be too much. This is intimacy. 7 people right here. That's intimate. Y'all will all get the message. One might be behind. One might not say, I don't get this at all. This doesn't jive with me. But the other 5, they get it. And that's all good. Let me break down real quick because we're going to school right now for a quick minute, y'all. Y'all got time? Y'all got time? Just a little bit before I go into the midweek check-in with the what we need to know for our health, finance, romance. Y'all got time? My little brother had me amped last night. We were up to like almost 3 hours on the phone. Talking that good talk. Breaking down metaphysics. That's why I said it's good to know who your tribe is. Because even though you may not, mess with family like that all the time, but that's my spiritual family as well. So when we talk in all types of numbers, and this is what your number is. If you were born at 1144, you are, and your whole name, your birthday equals out to master number 33. You got some work to do because you are the Messiah. His middle name is Angel, which is angel in Spanish. It's the reason why. You were named after your father, who's a Pisces. It's my father. When I go into Pisces, who was Jesus? A Pisces. Let me take y'all to school real quick. So I wanted to just talk about the tribes real quick, right? So here are the 12 tribes. I'm specifically talking to the so-called Native or African Americans and the Caribbean right now. If you from Florida, the Samoan Indians, you're the tribe of Reuben, all right? The Haitians are the tribe of Levites. So if you have Haitian in you, you're the tribe of Levite. But the African Americans, the Negroes, as they call it, you're the tribe of Judah. You are one of the most important of the tribes. The so-called Native Americans also are the tribe of Gad. So here's the tribes. Let's break it down. We got the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Simon, the tribe of Levi or Levi, the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Zebulon, the tribe of Naphtali, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Usher or Asher, Issachar, Ephraim, Benjamin, Manasseh. I might be missing somebody. Or I put two, so I'm missing somebody. Hold on. I don't want to miss the tribes because they're all important. But that's so the Americans, the so-called Native Americans, are not even the so-called the indigenous people of America. That's the Northern Kingdom. God, today. That's why I said the tribe of Judah is important. You're the North Node, right? The tribe of Benjamin is the Southern Kingdom. You're important because you balance out the North, right? You're not the East, you're not the West. You are the South. Now, the tribe of Judah, I didn't really write too much about the tribe of Judah right now, but you could do your research because I'm not going to get too biblical in it. I only wrote about the tribe of Benjamin because my family's from Jamaica and the West Indies. Benjamin or Benyamin in Hebrew is translated to the son of the right. What's judgment? When he says his son sits on the right hand? What? The stone is jasper, right? Because I talk about crystals and gemstones. The stone is jasper for the tribe of Benjamin. Jasper is a gemstone that's for grounding your root chakra. You can't walk around with just your head, right? You need Judah and you need Benjamin to move. God today, right? Benjamin in Genesis 49:27 says, Benjamin shall raven as a wolf in the morning, and he shall devour his prey. And at night, he should divide the spoil. What am I doing here with y'all right now? I'm dividing my spoils, my knowledge. I don't need to get paid for that shit. That's what we do. That's the tribe of Benjamin. So the wolf is known for their boldness and fierceness. They live and hunt in family groups. There's no coincidence why my sun sign is in the moon sign and why wolves howl at the moon. It's all design. The wolf has developed the capacity to survive the most inhospitable climates. i.e. New York City. I'm going to be 46. I've lived through inhospitable climates. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Compton. Michigan, Detroit, inhospitable. Cleveland, Cincinnati, inhospitable. Stop it. It's time to get serious and set your claim. It's time to set trip. Who tribe are you with? So I know, brother, sister, are you Judah? All well with me. You Benjamin? Then we like this. Because you really my brother and sister. Right? Anything else is Babylon. They Babylon. America is Babylon when you do the research. That's why a lot of stuff is going like this. The battle of mother versus father. You can't tell me nothing. We're all disrespectful on TikTok now. We're all disrespectful on social media. You can't tell me nothing. But mom and dad are trying to control us right now. Mom is going to win because feminine energy is ushering through. This is why we are in the age of Aquarius. But patriarch is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. This is still going to be a man's world for a very long time. I might not get to see when it really will become the real true feminine. That's why Mother Earth is shaking shit up. Hurricanes, volcanoes. Why in America alone was there 4 states that got hit with a storm that was going 2,200 miles per hour? I might be off by the number. What? Why is Texas snowing? Why is this volcano on the West Coast gonna cause a tsunami? Babylon, y'all. Babylon. Is it Lotus? So we gotta do our research. I don't use the Bible. I'm not a religious person, but I have religion in my background. We all went to church one way or another, right? And if you didn't, you heard somebody else talking about the Bible and stuff. The Bible is a book of tools and parables to apply to your life. Some of it is folklore, but some of it is to really help you get through certain things in your life, to understand it, to understand it. It's not to be like this, Bible thump you. No, I didn't Bible thump y'all. I was giving you stuff that's because we are the tribe of Shabazz. This is why the natives don't know their true language. I just come to find out that our real language was Hebrew. That's how we talk. And those Europeans who say that they are, and I'm not going to sit there and bash because they run this right now, so I'm going to be careful how I use my words. We're the true Hebrew Israelites. That's what I'm saying. We're the sons and daughters of Yahweh, Jah, God. We are. Why you think they trying to hurry up and do a lot of stuff with us? A lot of this. A lot of all that. How does the president say, you know what? It's all right. Go get a pipe. Are we going back to the 80s? I lived through it. Look at footage on YouTube, 1970. I was born 1976. Look at how the Bronx was. The Bronx looked like Iraq in Middle East. Blown to pieces. Not Manhattan, the Bronx. When they said the Bronx was burning, literally every other building was burning. Why? Because those other Jews was doing that. So they were bombing out buildings of who? The true Israelites, the Blacks and Puerto Ricans. They didn't do that in Manhattan. They didn't do that on the Upper East Side, but they did it in the South Bronx. They did it on the west side of the Bronx. There's certain parts in the Bronx that was not touched. I was fortunate enough to live in that. So they want to bring the 80s back? The tribe of Benjamin knows how to be in hospitable places. You want to bring all that stuff back because you know that there's people that are waking up. Neo, you're waking up, Mr. Anderson. You're waking up. There's people waking up and they don't want you to. They don't want you to know who your true self is, what your true North Node is. They want you to sit there and be like, yeah, keep giving me drugs. Keep feeding me a bunch of nonsense and people talking about one another, the backbiters. Somebody applauding that somebody else's page got shut down. Why did it happen? Now you clickbaiting the people's name on there for what? You that thirsty for views? You that thirsty for likes? You're that thirsty for a friend? Ooh, y'all better get to know yourself. You better look at that man in the mirror because judgment is nigh. When your grandparents kept talking about the apocalypse, judgment is nigh. So you're not getting right. Drain the swamp. You're gonna get swallowed up. I'm not trying to be spooky. I'm not trying to scare anybody. It's the reality. I tell this to my kids every day. You don't get yourself right. And I got a battle with my kids dealing with Babylon. I pray over them, pray up them, sage them, pray over their pictures. I ask my ancestors to come and help me pray over them because they in New York City every day. I got a teenage daughter that has to travel outside of her neighborhood and pray that nobody's preying on her. You know what that is? To have your heart every day in that type of environment? Come on, miss me with the, oh, you want to try to get on something else so you could get views and likes and whoop-de-whoop. I'm good. I don't need that. Bless their heart for seeing something in me. Bless their heart. But I'm a wolf. I'm the tribe of Benjamin. What? I'm the tribe of Benjamin. Stop it. Bonner, right? Lotus. That's why weed isn't legal. And why did they got the weed tainted? This shit is trash. I wouldn't touch this weed with a 10-foot pole. It's trash. And they got these kids throwing the hell out over it. I don't know what's in it. I don't want to know what's in it. All right, President. You want to make it okay with the crack pipe? Word? That's what you were good for. You and your vice president. That's what y'all was good for. Y'all made a name for yourself in the 80s and the 90s. My brother and I were politicking last night, like I said, my blood brother. And he was trying to tell me about, the vice president before the vice president came. I said, listen, he's like, she has to play that part. I'm like, I get it. But don't pander to me with the old sister girl and you went to what, you're in a sorority. I'm not bashing the sororities, but they think they're bigger than the little people. That's all I'm saying. They're bourgeoisie. It's boule. It was created by boule people. So you stick your nose up and think you're better. He told me that Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad got into it over Howard. Because Debbie Allen was saying, yo, how's a campus and the people living trash? But you got money. You prestigious so-called black university, which was funded by white people anyway. Oh, stop it. She went in with her flesh and blood sister, and Felicia Rashad was like, we're not talking about that right now. That's behind the scenes. We'll talk about that behind the scenes. Because she was sorority and Debbie Allen wasn't. Debbie Allen was doing fame. She's the true philanthropist. Y'all know fame. My mom went to music and arts. My mom, that's what I'm saying. Shout out to my master teacher, who's a Virgo. She went to music and arts. She knows Jack A. Harris 227. Ooh. Come on, stop playing. Felicia Rashard, look at her presentation of being this lawyer on the Cosby Show. Shout out to that show. It showed you there's working mothers and fathers that are prestigious. That's why they threw Bill under the tombs. What? I grew up on Fat Albert. He taught me lessons. He showed me about drug addicts. Come on. What? You want to tell me some stuff he did with the same people that he got in bed with? Now you want to flip it around? Judas. Oh, we love you, Bill. No, Bill was about to shut it down. He was like, pudding pop. Oh, no. We're going to sit you down. Now he's docile, blind in one eye, and silenced. Nah, 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 gonna have a good time. Hey, 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 hey. What? Come on, people. That's what I'm talking about. Get your clean, set your clean. Who you rolling with? Who's your tribesman? Who's your real kinfolk? Not out here trying to catch nobody and be like, oh, that's my people, but do. And then they throw you under the bus. Pay attention. Brother Rich Mo says, pay attention. It costs nothing. Nothing. I'm not going to pay somebody unless I'm going to a show to see the action. I'm not coming on YouTube. I will throw my contributions to them. Because if they're speaking some shit, cash app them. If it resonates with your soul, cash app them. But if they sitting up there putting up and paying for views and paying for people to come in, it's sad. You need a friend. You need a hug. I'm in the South Bronx, y'all. I walk one corner, there's craziness going on. I walk the other, it's peace and harmony. If you can walk through that, or like Chirac, you could walk and walk out. Talk to me. Talk to me. Because I know what it's like to live in a battle zone. Warfare. Now this president wants to bring that back. Mass exodus is going to happen in New York City. We have a melanated mayor that just got elected. My third eye saw his intention when he started campaigning, right? And I was like, yo, that might be a good look. I saw him when he did a speech about George Floyd out in Brooklyn. First time I saw he's the borough president out in Brooklyn. Eric Adams, y'all could look him up. Again, fair use. If I'm saying anything, it's all for teaching. YouTube. I said, this might be a good look for us, right? We've only had two. This will be the second mayor in history of New York City that was melanated. The first one was David Dinkins. He had some good intentions. I think, who's Marion Barry? Is Marion Barry out in Chicago, or was that in California? No, that was DC. Some melanated mayors don't have a good track record. DC, right, Breezy? Okay. Thank you, Pamela. My good brother Fresh Breezy. He could that's Harlem. We still see dope fiends hang. I mean, y'all remember what dope fiends look like? Would they be like, they're still there. 2022, 125th Street, Lexington Avenue. I shit you not. Oh, now the pipe. Now that clinic that's over there. So we got this black mayor. You saw the building that burnt in the Bronx. It made national headlines. When he started doing his campaign, my third eye then shifted and said, it ain't for us. So I have, like Tupac said, there ain't no hope for the future. Right? Keep your head up. It's almost like it's not. So it's like you gotta set your tribe. That's the man that was on crack, right? What year? What year was that? Please, somebody. What year? Pay attention. History repeats itself. Fresh Breezy says 120 people in zombie land. Show is to this day. To this day. Y'all ready for your readings? The 80s. 93? 93 was a good year. My daughter was born. She was a year old. I told y'all, I was a teenage mom in this war zone. And when I met my husband, he was like, "Why are you so like mean? Why are you so tough?" First of all, I'm from the Bronx. Bronx is notorious for being switchblades and stick up kids. I have a 20-year, what is it? When you expunged out of, well, I never was locked up, but statute of limitation is over, so they can't get me. And I didn't stick up nobody, but I did boost a couple of times. Clothes, shoes, baby clothes, candy. Oh my God. Jesus, good times. But I never harmed nobody. That's the that's the law of Mayat, or your 10 commandments. Do harm to no one. Right? So I'm shuffling, we're talking. We can right. Marion Barry. That shit was hilarious. It was like, and wasn't he like with a prostitute or some shit in there? I was like, what in the blue blazes is going on here? All right, so we'll do this quick reading. Because this is what this platform is about. But I'm also here to teach and learn. Shit. Y'all got something to tell me. Y'all got something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Between Rich and Breezy, I swear, like, y'all are my brothers, like, in my head, like, my daughter's like, "Mom, you and your YouTube people, your YouTube family." She's like, "Who?" And my husband, "Who are you talking to? Pink Sugar? You're talking to Pink Sugar now?" I'm like, "Damn, y'all!" Shout out to Pink Sugar. We developed a little friendship behind the scenes. So shout out to Lotus, because she's another one that since day one has been holding it down. Bought stuff for my family, like personal shit, not the deck that she bought me, I'm using it right now. But really, like, was like, here for you and for your family. Know who your tribe is. Stop playing. Who's your tribe? Me and Rich Mo had a conversation behind the scenes. Stop playing. Who's your tribe? Who's your kinsman? You Judah? Or you Benjamin? You Gad? You Reuben? Who's your tribe? They don't want us to know this. They don't want us to know this. Mr. Fresh. Uh-oh, it's getting spicy in here when it's referring to the Mr. Man, fuck 2000. I got 6 holding it down. I got 6. What? Find me in the midst of 2 and 3. Who said that? Jesus. Jesus. Yahshua. When you find me in the mix of 2 and 3. They'll go back and tell the others. Listen to what he's saying. Check this shit out. Who's throwing up tables at the courthouses and shit? Like, this shit is trash. You disrespecting the house. You blasphemy, y'all out in front of the synagogues and doing blasphemy. Who said? Ooh, Kid Murray's in the building. Salute. Okay, you see? You heard the message. He was in the cut. What's Lotus saying? That was going to buy stuff. They know what they're doing. Chess, not checkers. All right, so let's. That's what you gotta say. I'm God body, I'm Lord. Y'all might hear the microwave, like I just said earlier. You might hear some noises in the background. Not in my usual. All right, so let's see what's going on for health real quick. So Lotus can cue us in real quick. Have you thought about bouncing? Yeah. Florida's calling my name, Fresh Breezy. I don't want to get caught up in that water. But yeah. It might be coming sooner than I would live. That's where my tribe is. That's the Seminole natives that live down there, right? But they were coming from the West Indies as well. Go to your tribe. What? The Haitians are down there. The Caribbeans are down there. Cuban is in Florida. I'm in my tribe. I'm with Ruben. What? Well, maybe. Listen. They got high rises in the South Bronx now because they're doing the gentrification. All right, so who is this? Ursula in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of cups. So real quick, we'll do this. 9 of cups. Health. And then we have the Tower of Babel in reverse. So the 9 of cups has to do with gluttony, has to do with wish fulfillments, in excess of things. That's why it's Ursula, because she's greedy and big, right? But it's in reverse. So, again, this is that running theme of certain things are not. Shout out to my Miss Sharon, because she comes in at after the lives, and she always gives me her feedback. So, you know, it's you getting out of this glutton and doing things that you think are serving you. It has to come to an end with the Tower. And then right behind it, you got the Chariot. That's Cancer energy. That's moving forward. So it's like you taking the claim of health back. You're like, you know what? Somebody's feeling, you're a little overweight. I gotta slow down on the intake. Drinking beer can cause a little beer belly. Right. I know, Pamela. That's right. Hmm. So you're taking that you had that tower moment where something had to have happened to be like, you know what, I gotta start getting myself into shape. So for the most part, is this has been happening. This has been a theme for the past couple of readings, like I've been saying. So you're doing the initiative. Let's just do a clarification using the witches deck real quick. How much percentage do I have on this? I have to get my charger. No shit. Okay. Um, I'm sorry. I just went to church on y'all. I'm sorry if I lost some people. That could be the algorithm. Like, all right, stop your preaching. So let's clarify why the Nine of Cups is here real quick. So I'm also going to notify you guys because I might invest in this crowd, something where it's like a Patreon. You can go in. Thank you, Pamela. Where I can get off of this and be like, more somebody not worried about somebody talking about some stuff that's real. So why is this Nine of Cups here, please? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. All right, so that's clarifying why is the Nine of Cups here for your health, and then the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is about that ending. The cycle is ending. It's the same thing as this Tower moment. So bottom of the deck is this. The Ten of Swords. You're getting over it. It had to happen. It wasn't a nice thing. You know what I mean? Like whatever your indulgence is not nice. It's just you pacifying yourself with it. So it has to happen. Whether it's going to happen real fast or slow, it all depends on the process. All depends on the spirits. But you know, you might have. So this could be for a woman right now, all right? Because we are talking about water, and this is an earth sign. This is stability. But I'm also getting there could be a miscarriage that happened, all right? And this is like last term kind of thing, all right? Ursula, is that sea monster in the Little Mermaid because it's the villains tarot cards. But this is I'm channeling like a woman cycles. So somebody could be having very huge fibroids, all right, in the tubes. So get that checked out. It's probably causing a blockage with the flow of things. All right, having some pain in your stomach. Okay. All right. So, that's specifically for the women, not for the men. But men, there is somebody who might be doing a little excess with drinking, and you're going to get the little beer belly, the little beer belly. So please look into, doing things that are going to help. Diuretics, also just water. Drinking water is going to be, you're flushing your kidneys out. You're flushing your liver out. All right. Let's move on to finances. I wanna get freaky with you. Using the Sears deck. All right, so what's going on with finances? You know, there's that protecting that money, protecting your assets. So that's a good thing. As I'm shuffling the deck, yep, Eight of Pentacles here. So working really hard, you know, whether it be in a physical job or just working on some creative ideas, how you're going to generate some more money. All right, so this is a good thing. And then we got the Empress showing up. That's Taurus energy. That's money. So for your finances, it's looking healthy, is what I want to say. It's looking good. There is money there. All right. So let's see what's going on though for the collective in regards to finances. Don't stop. Loyalty's in the building. Yay! I was trying to flag you down on Star's page the other day because I saw you in the chat. All right, so for finances, you got the Seven of Swords here. You know, that card reads in the traditional tarot somebody being deceptive, somebody lying, deceiving. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords here. So that's this Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. But I see it also as a reader for myself is that somebody is putting, you know, if there's seven swords, he takes five with him and he leaves the other two on the floor. Like, I'm not getting in this with you. I don't need to lie to you. All right. So, you know, you could be in a partnership with somebody. Yeah, with the Six of Cups here. So you could be in a partnership with somebody who you've been friends with for a very long time, childhood, or this is a family member. You know, possibly could be cutting ties with them. This could be a brother and a sister, husband and wife, best friend where it's man and female working together. Somebody's idea, somebody has creative ideas going one way and the other is like, I'm out of here. That doesn't sound right for me. I'm also getting somebody stole somebody's ideas, recipes. Okay. All right, let's clarify a little bit more. Why is this happening? All right, he's got his Air Force Ones on. All right, so what is this knight? The knight is a younger person, but they can also kind of be like 25, 35. But their mentality also is they kind of are in that age too. All right, so they're doing things that are not of character for them. So, you know, be careful who you're doing business with, basically, because while I was shuffling, it was looking good, right? You had the Four of Pentacles, you had the Empress, you had the Eight of Pentacles. All right. So you could be, if you're at work, this could be somebody like looking over your paperwork, your shoulder, and getting your idea and running with it. Like that was their idea. Or if you're a student and you're in school, somebody's like, oh, what did you have on, what was that they said? What was that, that they wrote? Taking your notes and stealing them. So Seven of Swords. Booster's in the building. Booster, what's up? Salute. I had to shut down my other Instagram because they were hating on me. They wouldn't let me post anything. So I know you are one that we've done a reading behind the scenes. Jay Savage is in the building. What happened to the magical carpet? Did you see it fall down, Jay? You saw what happened. Stop playing with me. You saw the magical carpet fall down. That's because I was talking some shit. It was like, what? It just got real quick. They took my shit down. Haters. Whatever. So Haters on the spirit world, because that's what knocked it down. You sending your agents and your ops. Okay, so temperance here. All right, so yeah, you could be dealing with another female. All right, we got the magician, we got the Fool card, and the Two of Wands. Yeah, somebody's really trying to take your idea, all right, collective, in regards to finances. This temperance here is about healing. So this could be a partnership, like a husband and wife, that's just not eye to eye on their business. With the bottom of the deck here, the Page of Swords, and then you got the Two of Wands. It's like their ideas are indifferent. One wants to do more like, yeah, you guys is way totally. One wants to do health and nutrition, and the other one is in athletics, and they want it like they want to sell the clothing line. Like it's so night and day. But this is a partnership. The Two of Wands here in reverse is like, I don't really want to break ties because this is my people's. You know, you could be brother, sister, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, mother and father, that type of dynamic. It's man and woman. Or it's masculine and feminine energy. It could be two women, one who has a more masculine energy, and then the feminine is like, no, you know, it's duality. Yeah, I'm in a different room. Jay Savage. Thank you, Booster. That's right. Hit the likes, please. Share, subscribe. Tell everybody. Tell a friend. Just tell one friend and they'll come and see, right? Um. Oh my gosh. Tell it like it is. I'm gonna pump this real quick. I don't care. Also, listen to the Commodore Zoom. I'ma tell it like it is. Don't be ashamed. Let your conscience be your guide. What? That's all I have to say. I'm gonna turn it down now. He said, let your conscience be your guide. I just sat up here for like an hour and told you like it is. And then they play that song. That's confirmation. Thank you. So, you know, there's a partnership going on here. It's a little, you know, it's definitely whatever the solution is though, guys, it's gonna be victorious. Somebody's gonna win. All right. Their idea is gonna sway the other person. All right. They're gonna be in their emotions. But it is what it is. Like I think because whoever's idea is the most strongest. Now you could be in a group setting at work where you have to come up with some ideas. You have to come up with proposals. So you could be the stronger one that they'll like your proposal better. All right. Your ideas stick and they're stronger. And it could be you against another female or a male. So somebody, you know, there's always gotta be one, right? So that's finances. So just be careful who you're doing your business with. Be careful who you share your ideas with. Be careful when you're writing notes down to put it away after you finish. All right, students, you know, if you're sharing your information with somebody, you know, tell them to, tell them to look it up in the book. It's on the syllabus. Look at page 181. I don't know why that number came up, but look it up. Tell them look it up. Okay, this could be an adolescent. This could be a you know, if you have a teenage child that's in school or a school age child, and they're like, "Mom, this kid is always leaning over my shoulder, looking at my notes." You know, you might want to have a talk with them because they could be feeling bothered by it. All right, let's move on to love and romance. Right, Pamela? Tell it like it is. Right, love and loyalty for some reason. This dumb cat just jumped all over my stuff. All the time. Loyalty, all the time. That happens. All right, so let's go on to romance using the angel romance deck. Why are you on my stuff, cat? Stop. Always got to have one of them cats around. Look, he got a cat around. That's my message. It was in reverse. But the cat is trying to figure out which way. I'm telling you, my cat's jumping from one spot to the other. He don't know where to sit. Because he always comes around if I'm doing a live. And then he'll lay down. And now he's in his witching hour. All right. So let's move on to love. What is love talking about? Okay. So we got reconciliation in the love department. And let your friends help you. Falling in that soulmate. Okay. Let's see. Woo. They jumped out. Don't get messy now. Romance deck. All right. So what is the message in regards to romance for the collective, please? All right. So keep an open mind. All right. Bottom of the deck is attraction. Ooh, spring love in the air. Spring love, come back to me. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. All right. So, you could be at a social situation, social setting. You could be in a family setting where it's like a family friend brings their friend over and you're like, and they're just telling jokes and they just speaking so lavishly. Yes, romance. So, we're keeping an open mind. They could be, very attractive. All right, guys, this could be, a female who's very attractive. She smells good. She's, pheromones are kicking. And you're like wanting to get to know her. Underneath that, though, is pay attention to the red flags. It's in reverse with the trust here. All right. So go, as the song said, go with your intuition, your conscious. Let your conscious be the guide. All right. Because this person is a soulmate type energy or a friend. Friends can be soulmates as well, depending on the, the vibe. All right. Let's see what else with the other romance deck. All right. So we got ascending. Yeah, this is more like a high vibrational relationship. It's not just the, hit it and quit it type situation. It's really, talking. So you guys are doing talking. You're in a, social setting, but it's intimate. It's not a lot of people. Don't need to be. Maybe there's something about them. Maybe if you are in a bigger setting, there's something about this person that's very charismatic. They carry themselves with this high esteem about them. I just got a Libra all of a sudden, so it could be a Libra. I don't really know Libras carrying themselves that way, but for some reason, it popped in my head. You could be a Libra, or this person is a Libra. Okay, so separation, missing you, thinking about you. So again, if you are now in a relationship, we got engagement ring, and bottom of the deck is the Phoenix. All right, so here's a twofold to this story, guys. For those that are in a relationship, there could have been a path. There could have been this separation. Again, that finances was showing this separation. All right, so you could be, finances can tear people apart sometimes. Y'all have to hear this song because this goes with this. Keep an open mind. All right, I'm gonna turn it down. Shit, these songs, man. Okay, keep an open mind. Don't cut your nose to spite your face. Don't separate yourself from this person because they have something to offer you. They are a soulmate to you. They're here for that love. You want love, you got it. That's what they're here for. So you could be cutting yourself off like, they're really good looking. How could they be this good looking? Like you isolated yourself because you're intimidated by how they look, how they smell, how they carry themselves. That's you, boo boo. That's your soul thing. Listen. These girls are very interested, but he's only interested in one. Do you see that? Oh, sure, yeah. But look at where his ankle is. Boom. What does she have? A dove behind her? She got a dove behind her. What happens in weddings sometimes, right? They let the doves out. Could be at funerals, but after a wedding, they let the doves go. I can't make this up. She got a bird behind. She got the dove chirping in her ear. The dove. That's the soulmate. So because they're so good looking, you're like, that's not my typical type. That's not who I usually rock with. You and him got more in common, or you and her got more in common than you think. The Phoenix is telling you this is something new. This is not the normal who you've been talking to. This is somebody else who's on a different frequency. But if you're in a relationship, it's telling you to keep an open mind about this relationship. Why are you in it? Why did I fall in love? Right? It's going to excel though, because you have the dove here. That's the promise. Don't let me get back into my notes about the biblical and who Jesus, Joshua, the dove. Stop it. Stop. You're supposed to be with this person. You might start getting more attracted come, the spring. But that's your soulmate. That's who you're supposed to be. And if you're not in this situation, you're going to get to this situation. You're going to be in this setting. All right. So let's now get I'm going to do an angel oracle to end the reading. Lotus, right? I don't even know how. Talk about to love. Sometimes I can't. I love to watch myself because I'm like, damn, that just makes so much sense. Because it applies in my life. Sometimes these messages be really like, is that me or is that them? Do I need to watch out? So I'm using the Angel Oracle answers to wrap up our reading. If anybody wants a mini reading, they can do so. I don't have my website open yet to the public where we can get personal readings. So I'm still not doing personal readings as of yet. So this will be like a little personal mini public reading. You know how we do. Okay. So let's get our angel answers here. What's the angel answers for the collective, please? So, improving health. Love it, because that's how we started, and get more information. This for me is Archangel Metatron. So he's about gematria. He's about connecting the dots, connecting certain things that, you might keep going to this doctor that's like, look, they're not getting it. They're not getting what you're trying to explain to them, or all these tests that you've been doing and going through. You're like, I know my body, but the test keeps showing up. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's there. I'm getting whatever. Okay, so I'm getting a blood disorder, but it's genetic. sickle cell specifically. Stop. It's in the DNA. So somebody has to do like blood testing or know what your blood group. Thank you, angels. Know what your blood type. Who do you belong to? It's in your DNA. You could have some issues that, if you have a blood disorder and you don't know where it's coming from, you could do it like an RH test to know. Disclaimer: I am not a medical professional nor advisor, but I did work in healthcare for 20 years and I do know a little thing about some things. All right. Get more information. You might need to do your own research and come bring it to your doctor. Like, look, this is what's happening to me, even though sometimes things on fact finding in Google might not be completely accurate, but it's your health, collective. It's your health. I'm getting this is mother's side of the family. The bloodline, I don't want to say it's tainted, but that bloodline is what's causing some disorders that may not be able to be picked up on a regular, scan or blood. It's going to have to take multiple testing, multiple, maybe having to get blood work done. All right, Archangel Metatron, but success. So once you get all this right behind it, so once you get to get a clearer understanding of what's going on, your health will improve and will be successful. You might be finding a way. You could be doing a Dr. Sebi, where that's going to clean and alkaline the blood. So you might need to do a detox completely from certain things, or do alkaline based foods like dates, avocados, oats, cashews, almonds. All right. You need something to, that's what it is. So you need something to clean out your blood. So somebody could be on dialysis right now and they need to have their blood clean. I'm getting tonics too. Somebody needs to drink tonics because she has a cup in her hand. All right. Somebody could be making their own elixir, or there's a grandmother matriarch's recipe. Because remember, we were talking about, I had said somebody got recipes stolen. All right. So there could be these recipes that, a grandma did to help heal her condition. I'm also getting like rheumatoid arthritis, because it's not like osteoarthritis, because osteo's in the bones. Rheumatoid is a autoimmune disease. That's what I'm saying. Mother's side of the family has some type of autoimmune disease or conditions, rather. So you need to do your research, all right? You need to do your research, guys, because this can help improve. If this is not happening to you, it's bloodline. So it might have missed you, but it could, if it's a woman, it can pass on to her child. I had that issue with my daughter because they said I had sickle cell C trait, or hemoglobin C trait. And the gynecologist, the OB, wanted to know, because most African Americans carry that. And Caribbean, Latin, they carry the sickle cell C trait. If you and your mate have more, African American blood, your child can come out with the disease, can come out with sickle cell. They can get arthritis. They can be very anemic. It could weaken their heart, and they can eventually die. I worked in pediatrics and I worked in liver transplants specifically for 8 years. And I had one of my patients that was assigned to me die. She was 21 because she had sickle cell anemia, the disease. She didn't have the C trait. Now, if you're a C trait, that just means you're a carrier. Most women are, most ethnic, because I'm a C trait. But you could be slightly anemic, but you're not severely anemic as if somebody who has sickle cell anemia. So that has to do with the blood, the coagulation and things like that. Again, disclaimer, I am not a doctor or medical profession. Just play one on TV. So I had to get a special type of test. I think it was an RH to make sure that my baby wouldn't have sickle cell disease. So her father doesn't have he's not a C trait carrier. I am. But my mother and my grandmother were. Well, my grandmother wasn't, my mother is. So that's what I'm saying. Somebody's on maternal side that's a carrier for, sickle cell or autoimmune diseases, which play effect into, can be can cause all kinds of different ailments. All right. But get information, or if you are newly diagnosed with sickle cell, or you're newly diagnosed with some type of autoimmune, get the information, read, do more in studying. All right. Get more package inserts or whatever the case may be. Just get more information about what's going on with your body, because it will change and affect, and you can pass it on to your loved ones. Like, look, this is what's going on with me, so that they know and they're aware and they can help. Because the more people you have on board, the better it is. They understand, all right, this is why this person is like this. This is this, right? If you may have to go for a second opinion, don't just go with one doctor that's telling you, oh, you have, fallopian issues. Now I'm getting the tube. You might have, no, go to somebody else too and see, is it really, in the uterine, or is it in the tubes? Where is it? What's going on? Get more information, do more research, get a second opinion. All right. And that's your reading for the midweek. So, with that being said, was love. Oh, I've been craving cashews. They're so good. Cashews, almonds, or the Dr. Sadie. Dr. Sadie, anybody that does a Dr. Sadie, whew, that's rigorous, very disciplined, and it's like plant-based. There's no meat involved. It's fruits and vegetables. It's tonics, bitters, tinctures. It's not a really, if you can't be without meat and chicken, or it's not going to be working out for you. So, yes, I was Pamela. I was talking about if you where was that? Where was I talking about that at though? Oh, with health. Yeah, in the first reading, the first I talk myself silly. Yes, I did talk about fibroids in the health department. In the health department. So, you might not know why. You could be like, oh, I think I'm pregnant, but it's really your tubes, there's this fibroid issue. Somebody could have one that's really big. That's a big one, and affecting their flow. So you want to check that out. I know this is a little uncouth of me, but this particular lipstick I have on was like, just dry my lips up. So I look like Pookie. Jay Savage. Where's Jay Savage at? Cut down on the pork. Yeah, Lotus. Because pork swells you up. That could be, the water in the health. If you're doing the drinking, or if you're eating pork like that, it holds water, it holds retention. So you could be swelling in your belly, or, gout. I don't do the pork no more. I haven't done pork in like 2015. No red meat. I still do chicken, but that's like once a week. I don't like this. I don't like to prepare it anymore. I don't like the smell of it. but I can't help it. It's nasty because it's not real. It's synthetic. Now they're all right. So we're finished with the reading. So for Miss Sharon, I know she'll come in and be like, damn, she went through this whole biblical thing and then she did the reading. That's how you get them, right? That's how you get them. Or I could flip it and be like, let me do the cards real quick. It's called The Art of War. Sun Tzu. I'm ringing the bell. Now we can go back and talk our shit. Talk our shit. So they're making synthetic. They're catering to the vegan lifestyle. So you get Beyond Meat. Listen, it's a start, but it's not meat. And it's not really, it's genetically made. So I'm not going to bash anybody that starts with Beyond Meat, Beyond Burgers, or whatever the case may be. You want to try to make your own, swap out one day of the week and make it a plant-based or vegetarian style diet, right? So you want to do like, I don't know, Monday, they say meatless Monday. Fridays in New York City now, the kids' schools are going to be doing vegan for lunch. But they're going to use that Beyond the Meat stuff. And some kids, they're putting a lot of other synthetics. It's not like natural things that they're putting in. So it could affect the kid's stomach. Be careful if your baby comes back home, their bellies are swollen and their tummy hurts. Because they're going to swap out a lot of the unhealthy. They're going to make it, guise it as vegan. But it could, make them. It's wild, Love and Loyalty. Wow. Yeah, chicken is right. Because chicken's a hot commodity. Bull pork. That's right. Preservatives and synthetic. So just, monitor what they eat. And then you want to make, so instead of doing like a meatball with beef or pork or even chicken, you can use lentils or cashews. So this is good. I actually made this. It's called mock tuna fish. You get garbanzo beans or chickpeas, mash it up, put up strips of seaweed flakes because it'll give that tuna smell. You put your mayo in. If you don't have vegan mayo, you put your mayo in. A little tahini sauce. It smells like actual tuna fish. There you go. Slice of some cucumbers, tomatoes, spinach. Start off small. That's how I did it. I did it. You can't, as they say, Rome was not built overnight. You can't try to take everything out your refrigerator and your cabinets and throw it out. You're going to be like this, drawing like, oh shit. Why did I throw out that pork chop? I miss it. Hello, Puerto Ricans. It was hard for me. My stepmother, God rest her soul. For real. This is her anniversary, her 3rd year death anniversary is on Sunday. Once I went on my journey and changed my diet, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, for Christmas or during the holidays, they cook roast pork. It's called pernil. Man, what? That pork crackle with sazon and adobo and garlic, achote. So She then set aside chicken for me because she knew I wasn't eating pork anymore. We would get these things called they're like they're called pasteles. It's wrapped up in banana leaf. It's got plantain chopped up, mixed with like pork. The Cubans put raisins in it. Some put olives. My mouth is like, my throat is like. And during the holidays, because it's a lot of labor, a lot of grinding, and so during the holidays, there's like a kitchen of little women who come together, and it's an assembly line, and they package it up. So I used to eat the pork ones, but when I shifted my diet, my stepmom then had to go and buy the chicken pastelas. And I was just like, I love her. Like, she gets it. Meanwhile, they're all making fun of me, like, this grease is coming off. We loving the pork. We loving penne right now. I'm like, right? But they eat them hot wings. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I told you, I haven't given up chicken yet. So I make chicken every which side. My father be like, how do you live off of that? Because I eat more vegetable. Like, that's how you get filled up, because the vegetables, and you get some rice. That's what I'm saying. Swap one day out. Just do like a rice and bean with the vegetable or a side. Could be a cucumber salad, a green leaf salad with no meat. Come on. One thing, just exchange it for one thing. You don't got to do it every day. You got to have a lot of water, because that fills you up, and it keeps your skin looking luscious. Right? Couscous. That's right. Lentils, family. Talk to us. Talk to us. Let them know. I like couscous. I like Israeli couscous. With some mushrooms. They have these mushrooms called oyster mushrooms. And I'm going to try. They're very hard to find. I guess I would have to go to like maybe the Korean neighborhoods. But you can batter it up like you would like a fried chicken. They say it tastes just like chicken wings. Also, cauliflower. You can bread up some cauliflower, drizzle it with some sauce and stuff. Get your rice, get your couscous, get your barley. What? Guess what? That type of lifestyle is going to open this up. Your pineal gland is going to be on 10. Right. Rice cauliflower. I haven't tried that one yet. I would too. I need to, with some olive oil. Right? Right, love and loyalty. Olive oil, Himalayan sea salt. You want to get sea salt. You don't want to use that table salt, because that's going to swell you up. Make sure it's kosher, and make sure it is sea salt. If you can get Himalayan sea salt, the pink is even better. You want to swap out your white sugar. That's really just a synthetic, and get agave or honey. Dates. You could get pure maple syrup. You need to have a sweeten up your tea and stuff, or your coffee. I use almond milk. I've tried coconut milk. I've tried hemp milk. I've tried cashew. I like almond because, well, if you really want to get like more of the cow milk, the thickness, cashew might be a better, or hemp. Rice is watery, so if you don't, I like my teas to be creamy, like. So you can get right, coconut milk, hemp milk, rice, oat milk, cashew, and almond. So I drink almond milk. So there's alternatives, guys. There really is. It's not all. Your palate has to change. It gets used to it, and once your palate changes, then it's like, okay, you start losing the weight. You start. Me drinking that milk was like, I was kind of a little bigger than I am now. I'm a little skinny thing. I've always been, but it caused inflammation. Cow milk is not for the human consumption. It's not the same that it was 70 years ago either. So you're not getting it straight from the cow. You're getting it filtrated and then put additives and keep it fresh and keep it on the shelf longer. It's not the same thing. You can make your own cashew milk. You can make your own almond milk. There's things out there now that you grind it up, get you some spring water or alkaline water, mix that together, throw a little cinnamon in there. Mm-hmm. I like oat milk, yes. It's a little thicker than the almond milk. So I will drink that occasionally. That's right, that's right, Booster. Be like this, boop, boop. Come out, Diesel. Think about he's one of my favorites. Think about Bruce Lee. His physique was little, but he was a powerhouse. Like I like Sugar Ray Leonard. That's Mike Tyson, yeah, but Sugar Ray Leonard, just Sugar Ray. He's light, light body, like Bonnet, light body, light. But the muscles, people will have to realize that muscle will get it is muscle mass. So if you'll lose the fat, but you'll gain the muscle mass. And then if you're toning up and you're doing things like, yoga, where it's strengthening your cores, your muscles are going to add back on some weight, but it's all muscle. It's not fat. So when you change the diet and you add more protein, so cashews are big with protein. There's other things. This is what I was studying before I got sick. I wanted to be a nutritionist. I changed my major from nursing to dietitian nutrition because I felt working in pediatrics and children that couldn't eat, that were getting fatty liver because their parents kept just giving them soda and rice and beans three times a day. Like you're giving it morning, noon, and night. These kids were coming out huge. It was affecting their liver. Their liver was working overtime. That's why it was called fatty liver. So we had to tell them, the doctors would tell them, like, cut this out one day, try this day. So that clicked. I was like, yo, that's what I'm gonna do. Because that's a different way of helping people. Like nursing it's great. It's great. But to have a nutrition is, especially that I was dealing with the minority community, the Hispanics and the Blacks, and it was more so the Mexican community coming to us. They don't really eat the greatest. And so if my doctors weren't there, I would then convey, because I was senior, so I could like talk to my patients and let them know certain things, just what the doctors were telling them. And we have to have our own representatives talk to our community, because their DNA code is slightly different from ours. You don't really hear too many, for better lack of words, Caucasians getting sickle cell, right? It's usually Blacks and Hispanics, but mainly in the Black families. That nutritionist they can only go by what the health guidelines tell them. But I can talk to you, family to family, and say, look, you're eating a little bit too much Goya beans. You got to take that adobo out. and get some sea salt. I know you can't live without adobo. I can't live without sazon. I still put my sazon in my beans. But I got pink Himalayan salt. You see what I'm saying? I'm swapping out one thing. I took the adobo out. I don't have no more adobo. I don't do Lowry's. Mrs. Dash is there. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna really say all that. They're gonna go by a strict guideline. They're gonna talk to you. They eat differently, right? Compared to us. They won't know what an adobo is. They don't know what a Lowry's is. Right? But in that community, it makes sense. So we need to have that. That's why I was doing that. And then God had different plans for me. Navy beans. Ooh, I like my soups. Right, Pamela? Your taste buds, your palate has to get used to it. I'm gonna grab my charger real quick, guys. So bear with me 1 second. All right, peeps. I'm sorry because we getting in the middle of some things. We talking about our health. Health is wealth, right? So that's the key thing that's gonna keep us going and surviving. Because you need to know what to do in an alternative. And if ever there was some type of situation where the meat supplies, the food shortages happen, you need to know how to make that beans. Get your dried beans or whatever, let them soak. I'm telling you, cashew is like a meaty, it tastes, if you're having a problem with trying to get rid of that, I can't live without my meat type thing. Cashew is the thing. You want to, you need to stock up on that stuff. Have a pantry because of the natural foods start to, the oranges and California's has fires. Florida's frozen. Florida was like under an Arctic blast last week. The crops start getting messed up. What are you going to do? So I don't really subscribe to the whole, eat plant-based and go and be a vegetarian, a vegan and this. Listen, I'm a realist at the end of the day. But go to that damn grocery store and get you some canned beans. I don't care if it's no frill or not. If you got to go get you some Spam, God, I don't eat that anymore either. But in the case of survival, I sure will. I might be pooping it the rest of the day because I haven't had that in my body. But best believe, if there's a real situation, you better go get you some cans. You better get you your dried milk. You can get the almond milks that are in the containers as well. That shelf life is about 2 years on those things. Turmeric, yep. If you got inflammation, turmeric is good. Organic, fresh garlic, lemon juice. That's right, y'all. Talk about it. Reach one, teach one. That's what we're here about. There's this tea called golden tea that has turmeric in it. And it's turmeric, almond milk, or whatever milk besides cow milk. A peppercorn, a little bit of pepper. I haven't tried it yet. but it's supposed to help, one, with inflammation, and two, to help you go to sleep a little bit better. I like the teas that I can do like lucid dreaming and witchy stuff. I've gotten yarrow and mugwort, but they're kind of expensive. Um, but yeah, I'm a realist at the end of the day. Like, if we ever get into some type of real life situation, put on meditating music too. Not get dried beans. Yep. Fresh cinnamon too. That's right. Cinnamon is good with inflammation. Nutmeg. All right, we'll put on some relaxing meditative music because I really want to get down and boogie. But if I see a copyright thing on my page again, like on my analytics, I'm like, why? What? Because you know what I do is people will like do mixtapes on YouTube. They'll like put the music in a mix, but they don't have copyrights from the artist. So that's what it is. It's like they're using they're using the artist's music, but they're making their own mixtapes. And then I throw it on thinking, well, it's YouTube. It's okay. Nah. Let's say the bread. Rice is my weakness. I can't give up rice. And I don't eat white bread anymore. It's always been like whole wheat and rye bread. Mm, what else? Yeah, but bread and rice are my downfalls. Bagels, oof, pastry, anything bready. I gotta eat it. I don't know what the hell, because it's the sweet in it. Um, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like what? Ooh, I make a good chili. I use chicken though. I throw the ground chicken in, black beans. Listen, I do chicken once in total. I will eat chicken 2 to 3 times a month. I don't eat. I really don't eat that much. Period. Like it's more like you don't need to eat every hour on the hour. That's the other thing. The misconception is, oh, we got to eat these big meals and eat all this stuff. Hold on a second. Yeah. What's Lonnie Cabal on that page? How does he know about red pill? Shout out to them. Um, so you see Pamela, yeah, damn rice. But that's another reason how I was able to switch off of meat, because the beans hold fiber and protein. So you don't really, it fills you up. So now if you add chicken to it, it's like, okay, that's extra, whatever. But it substitutes the meat. So you don't really need to then eat anything else. Just have some, spinach on the side, green leafy, vegetable or whatever. With some rice and beans, I'm telling you. And I live in the Bronx, y'all. Sometimes we couldn't afford that meat. So rice and beans with some Vienna Vienna sausages and made it into a meal with some corn. Listen, I come from the tribe of Benjamin. You gotta know how to survive. You better know how to survive out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dairy, cheese. Mm. Every now and then I gotta have a little piece of cheese. I haven't eaten rice in over 30 years. Ooh, wow, Booster. Wow, 30 years. Mm. That's a see. Now, how did you do that, Booster? Look at, and he's got his number is 44. That's a high vibrational number. How did you not eat rice? Me and Pamela's like, we gotta have our rice. We need to eat. You throw that sofrito in there. Woo, that's a meal in itself. So, sometimes I would have that rice, beans, and a salad. But what I was saying is that, oh, you gave it up. Okay, good. Wow. Very good. Lotus. Yes, absolutely. That's how I make mine with ground turkey or ground chicken. And you would cook your chili or spaghetti just as you do with beef. All the ingredients that you threw in that, you, you the chicken is a little lighter. So where the beef has a little more like the chicken's a little lighter and you can tell the difference. So it'll take some adjusting. But yeah, throw in that seasoning. Get that Lipton onion soup. What? That's right. That's how I made my mom used to use the onion Lipton mix and put it in the meatloaf. Okay, Booster, look at him. I could cook a bad meatless chili, right? Because you could use lentils and it boils to like a meaty consistency, and now you put in your tomatoes, your herbs, your beans. That's a meatless chili. So guys, that's a small thing, and then that's what I was trying to say. You could do an intermittent fasting. So like, say you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You'll get your tea, your water, your coffee. But instead of grabbing that egg, bacon, and cheese sandwich or making a whole big pancakes or the bagel, try to just drink more water for like 2 hours without really eating anything. I know you're gonna feel faint. You're gonna say what? But like Booster did, he did something. He gave it up, and it changes. So you don't have to feel like you always constantly need to eat, but you do need to have, you know, like the little trail mixes. But you need to have water because it fills your body up. You're replenishing. So if you do 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock, and then do a small breakfast, some oatmeal or some farina, or if you do a bagel, um, that try to get a wheat bagel, or do toast and avocados, a toast and avocado, because you're building the protein to sustain you. Because think about it, our ancestors had to eat big because they were working industrially. So they needed stuff to keep them sustained. We're not in that type of lifestyle anymore. So why are you eating? Why are you Ursula? Why are we Ursula? Why do we have to have so much greed? Why do we always got to eat, 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 eat? America is one of the fattest countries. We're fat because we eating fast food on the go. We're driving to get here. We're driving our kids there. We're on the go, 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 go. Listen, I know. We just ordered some Chinese food yesterday. We get broccoli and brown sauce with white rice. Why it doesn't taste good when we make it, but it's quick, it's fast, it's easy. Yes, I still patronize the Chinese restaurants. I'm in New York City. What am I gonna do? I didn't listen. They were getting money during the pandemic when everybody was like, "Oh, remember in 9/11, nobody wanted to deal with Pakistanis and Middle Eastern. They was all like, you the bombers." New York was giving that cold shoulder, like, you. What? Now you got people going over there like Napoleon, Matu from Outlaws. Like, it's good. We good. I didn't say nobody. I didn't say China nothing. I was like, let me get an order of chicken wings and French fries. That's for my son, because he still has to battle that. You know, my kids, we didn't grow up vegetarian, vegan. So it's a process. And if you got kids, it's easier when they're younger to start that lifestyle because they'll automatically be assimilated. But if you got big kids and you're trying to like change the diet, they don't like me too much in here. Chicken again? You just made breaded chicken. Now you're doing chicken stew. Listen, then I won't cook. You just order it outside. So I'm not here to preach. I'm just saying it's moderation. It's consistency, right? Even if you fall off the wagon, you you're still learning how to finagle it with something else. Right? Chicken and broccoli. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mazola corn oil. But what's even better is olive oil, grapeseed, and coconut. Those are the best ones. Coconut oil. Mm-hmm. Good for the skin. Olive oil is good for the skin. Um, Nam oil. It's NEEM. I've heard about it. The East Indian women use that a lot. It clears up their body. That I read. Um, we have grapeseed oil, peanut oil. Peanut oil is it's not like an olive oil. You want to drizzle. So if you're doing like a stir fry, you'll put the peanut oil, sesame nuts, seeds. So you do that. Olive oil, you can. It's more for like a frying kind of, like a sautéing kind of thing. And then you want to get vegetable oil, as opposed to the canola oil if you're gonna do like a big fried chicken kind of thing, because the corn oil, that's what sits more heavy. You want to get the lightest oil, or a mixed where it's corn and vegetable. But I swapped out corn oil for vegetable oil. So like I've been doing this since 2015. But trust me, every now and then I go off the wagon and I'm eating junk. But it's a balance. This is 9 of cups. When you get to the 10 of cups, it's a balance. And so we eat badly most of the time out of convenience. Yeah, and some people, it's almost out of a habit. Some people have a eating addiction, or what they call oral. There's some kind of medical term where it's like this oral. They have to constantly have something. It's going to sound a little racy, but they always have to have something in their mouth. So, somebody could be constantly chewing gum. They're having candy. Um, they're eating, or chips. They're always snacking. There's always something in their mouth. Kid Murray, I know somebody oral fixation. Thank you, Lotus. You hear that? Somebody's walking up the stairs rapping. He was really loud. Yeah, dry mouth. Kid Murray was about to say something real slick. Kid Murray was about to say something real slick. Oral fixation. Mm-hmm. So people just do that out of, I gotta have something. So this is why they're snacking. This is why the weight gain comes on, because they're eating out of, habit. you know, but it's a mind over matter because sometimes you don't need to eat. Like, you ever go a day or you realize it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're like, damn, all I had was a piece of toast and a cup of coffee. And you didn't really think nothing about it until you really like your stomach then starts really dogging and you're like, it's 3 o'clock. It's time to eat. Right? That's another way of conditioning your body to then you don't have to have a big breakfast. You don't have to have a big lunch. You damn sure don't need to have a big dinner because it's going to be weighted on your body. You're going to sleep now. You're sitting on your body. You're not being active, right? So you making this big dinner and then you eat or you eat late. And we can't sometimes help it because we have children. We're not getting home till 6, 7 o'clock at night, then to cook. So we're not eating and then not going to sleep until maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock to get up again in like what, 5 hours? It takes 7 hours, I think. And somebody can quote me on there for your body to break down all the stuff that you ate. So you want to have either a big breakfast, but closer to the afternoon, like so it's almost like a lunch, and then a not so big dinner. And then you have your snacks in between that, so you can eat, but if you want to eat a ding dong, a devil dog, a honey bun, you ate your meal and it's not gonna affect you, right? It's moderation. Yeah, 5 hours, right, Lotus? Something like that. Something along those lines. If you're going to be eating, now if you're outside, you want to carry these little things around with you. Keep them in your, in your pocketbook or, in your gym bag, or for the guys, you want to keep little things, or if you want to do like sea moss smoothies and carry it in a container, that fills you up, that keeps your energy. So you don't have to get a Snickers bar to get your energy up. You can actually make your own sea moss. You put your berries in it, put your banana in it, and it keeps your energy, so you won't really notice that you're like hungry because it sustains you. It has 92 minerals in it that your body needs. So you don't. Devil dogs are so good. Frozen, Pamela. You ever put them in the freezer? I'm telling on myself. I'm being real with y'all. We're being real today. Shut up. I just gave a whole little sermon this morning. We're keeping it real. Frozen devil dog. What? Right. Turmeric and your sea moss. That's heavy. That's real good. Because turmeric is a powerful herb, as they call it. But there's a whole bunch of stuff, guys. If you do your research, remember what the angel wisdom gave us. They told us do research. All right, Archangel Metatron, who was actually a man, but was gifted. Archangel Metatron is also Enoch. I'm getting excited, y'all. I'm gonna calm down. Archangel Metatron is Enoch. That they don't want you to know why they took the book of Enoch out of the whole scriptures, right? You got to go digging and searching. I got the book of Enoch. See, I'm in my library. I'm in my living room right now. Hold on, y'all. You think hold on. I got my little collection. Oh, I got a big library. I'm not that stewardly like that. But you know how I do. My little guys are going to fall down. Hold on. Also, it's Black History Month. So we got the 95 poems by E.E. Cummings. Okay. But the Book of Enoch. Archangel Metatron. My Wonder Woman, she came down. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to get the information. So, oh yeah. He was a man. But because he was a prophet and he was tapped into, they escalated him to Archangel. Book of Knowledge. The Akashi Records. Ooh, I'm excited. Y'all get me excited. I love it. I love it. I can flex all these downloads that I want to share with you guys, and you get it. Y'all are like, mm-hmm. I could see Pamela like Lotus, like she's not telling no lies. Brother Rich, like flex your shit. I can hear y'all. Like, come on. Who's talking to us like this? Then when we do talk like that, they're like, cancel culture. Yo, Favors in the building, salute. The fudge ones, I gotta try that and put it in the fridge. I like the yodels, ho-hos, Twinkie. You guys ever have fried Twinkies? Jesus. Shout out to the San Janeros down in Little Italy in New York. When Big Pun, salute to Big Pun for his heavily birthday. When he flipped his entendres and was like da 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 Little Italy. Y'all know Little Italy in New York City? Gambino. I was all like, free John Gotti. The Teflon Don. I think he was was he a Gemini? Hold on. I think he was a Gemini. That's why he was flashy. The Teflon Don. I remember every rapper wanted to be a Gotti. You got a Yo Gotti now. Right? Everybody wanted to be a Scarface. Everybody wanted to be a Trump. But nobody likes Trump. How all you rappers are talking about Trump? Trump was hanging with Kanye West. Listen, he's a Gemini. I don't subscribe to Kanye with too many things. But when he sat down with Trump, I was like, this boy's making sense. Our forefathers were Republicans. The Afro-American, the black man was a Republican that was for the people, by the people. The Republic. I'm not here for that. I'm just giving you what I know. Research it for yourself. I'm not talking politics. I'm talking politics. Right. Let's see what John Gotti's birthday was. I think he was a Gemini. He's a Scorpio. Makes sense. But he gives me Gemini vibes. His birthday was October 27th, born in the Bronx, 1940. The Teflon Don. I don't make nothing stick. He's a Scorpio. Emotions, but he was the underbelly, the underboss. Right? Scorpios are that underworld, Anubis. They're the dark side. They're death. Why that man stuff wasn't he jail? He did a couple of years. I'm out. But you ask the people out in Queens, they're like, he's a hero. He's a hero. He protected the neighborhood. I'm just saying we need. Really, Lotus? Interesting. Love and loyalty. Why you said oops? Why you did that? Fried Oreos, fried Twinkies. Yes. So good. So good. Ooh. Pamela's daughter's friends make batches with the sea moss. Ooh, bladder wreck. Don't start. Please, y'all drop the information for we all can learn. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. Listen, y'all know how I said I had my prophet. I didn't even have it wasn't a prophecy. It was a reading that I was doing for myself. Regular reading. 2019, I think it was. How long has this president been in office? Um, it was telling me stuff. Because in gematria, when you type in your whole name, the name you were given on your birth certificate, it tells you all these things that are associated to that name. It makes sense why I'm connected with Tupac. It makes sense about Donald Trump. Like, wow. Okay, Metatron. That's the only one that's appeared to me in meditation. Why? It's a prophet. Prophet. I see you. So the light beings of the world, hold tight to your tribe. Hold tight to those people that you resonate on a higher frequency because there's a shift coming. It's here. And like I said earlier, I'm looking to switch out of from YouTube into something else because the numbers and stuff, having issues with censoring and just things like that. And it's like, I don't want that. I'm just here to give a message. I'm just here to give the information. That's all I'm doing. Somebody said to me the other day, was like, you can't just be on the sidelines anymore. If you're in this community, you can't just be on the sidelines no more. And I'm like, well, coach hasn't told me to come in yet. We all can't be a Kobe, right? I'm sitting on the bench and waiting for coach to be like, all right, sub in. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I don't have to come I don't have to play every game, right? Sometimes the players don't even play the whole season, but they suited up with waiting to play the third string quarterback when Ben was, and we had the second and he was trash, and then we got the third and he was worse. I'm talking about the Steelers. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Come on. Some of you need to sit on the sideline. But he's like, no, you can't be on the sideline anymore. I'm not like, I don't know who told you. Who sent you? Who sent you? Who sent you? Was it really them? Or was it nah, but he's a cool, he was the one that watching him and talking about how you open up your pineal gland and you eat dates and you eat agave, avocado. My shit was like, whoo. Scorpions in the building. Scorpios are the dark hermits to Pisces and Cancer water signs. They're a special bunch in the water signs because Cancers are emotional, but in Pisces, they're the worst. So Cancers balance it out, and Scorpio's ready to just what? Don't get a Scorpio mad. That's why they got a little stinger on the back. They got poison. They got venom in that tail. Boop. Don't get a Scorpio mad. And they're subtle. Ever people a Scorpio ready to attack, they kind of like do 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 do. Boop. Mm-hmm. And then still be like, "How are you doing? How are you?" Like she just kissed. She just gave me the kiss of death. That's my aunt. Shout out to my aunt, my grandma. She's a Scorpio. She loves everybody until that stinger has to come out. Scorpio women are whoa. Mm-hmm. Thank you, babe. I'm just coming with the information, like Metatron said. And please research it. I don't want to be out here misquoting. I'm divinely informed, so it won't show on paper. You can't research it and be like, this is what I'm saying, key things so that you can look it up. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I might not, it may not come out and interpret it the right way. But look it up. Where's my notebook at? That's what fell. Oh, here it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm researching. I'm not going to come out here and just say shit to say shit. I actually, even though I don't like school, I do like to research. I really do like to, get into the thick of things. I'm one that I'll have books, but I don't read all of it. Like it took me a while to finish this book because it's one that you got to go back and be like, huh? It's not like a novel or what else I want to. Oh, this one is also another book that I'm not finished reading yet. And this talks exactly about exactly what I was talking about this morning. It's Carl Jung, The Modern Man in Search of a Soul. What did I say? What did I say earlier, though? You look for your soul tribe. Right? So I haven't finished this. As you can see, my bookmark is here. And it's on page 59. I'm not an avid reader, but I like to read to get the information. Like I scan it, is what I do. And I go back. And then if it's really good, it's interesting, it's a novel, I'll read it. But like information, you're always going to go back to it. You're going to always reference and resource it and you know. Yeah. You're gonna research it. So yeah, this and Carl Jung is he's not Swedish. Yeah, he is Swedish. Okay. Yeah. Carl Jung was born in Switzerland 1875. Perhaps the most famous pupil of Sigmund Freud. So you know what they was doing. Purple haze. Oh, in my mind. I think that was right. So Freud was doing allegedly. Um, but between that and your own spiritual DNA, you combine that together. You could be giving knowledge to somebody too, because you do all this research. It's good to be scholarly. You don't have to be book smart per se, but it's good to know that. And that's what I am. I'm a student of life. I know a little bit of everything. And that's how you can be a worldly person. You don't really need to. I mean, New York City is the exception to the rule because you'll get everybody coming here. But you know how to navigate through certain things because you live like in this kind of environment, right? So I could probably talk to somebody who's overseas and we didn't live together, but because I've done some research and gotten some information, I could hold a little conversation with them. I might not understand. No, I'm not talking language wise. I'm talking like information, like they'll know who a Carl. Oh, you know Carl Jung? Oh, you know J.A. Rogers? I'm reading that right now on a download. It's called hold on, let me tell you what the book that I'm reading online. I Googled it, just bought it. It's J.A. Rogers. One is From Superman to Man, and the other one is I think wait a minute. I don't want to lose it. I think it's Race Has No Color. Hold on. Let me I don't want to misquote. Since we're in Black History Month, right? Let's talk about it. The Five Negro Presidents. That's one book you can get. I haven't gotten that yet, but you can do Google, right? And the other one that I'm reading now is you also want to get 100 amazing facts about the Negro. And the book that I have in my page that I'm reading right now is Nature Knows No Color Lines by J.A. Rogers. All right. Um, the modern day queen, she black. Queen Victoria's mother, Queen Charlotte, a so-called mulatto woman. Her son, King James. Where's my Bible? The King James Bible. Not the King James Bible. Was a black man. He was fair skinned, as they call it. He's fair skinned. Not fair skinned. How did he write all that and switched it? And everybody to this point uses that version or the new King James version, which is what I use. Prophet. That's why they didn't really get too mad when Meghan Markle. See, this is how I talk when I talk to my daughter, who's like, "Mom, why do I even know? Why do I need to go to school?" I was like, "So you want me to teach you?" She's like, "I need a social life, though, Mom." I was like, "All right." We just had this powwow 2 days ago because she's trying to comprehend why certain groups go against each other and who was who and what and why. She's 14, she'll be 15, my little Pisces. And she's like, damn, mom, like, how do you, and I'm researching this too. But I was hip to all this stuff growing up because my family, the Jamaicans, and I didn't get to really know the Cuban side like that. But grew up with the Puerto Ricans. My dad was not my, natural father bloodline. And I mentioned this before. And then my mother's side is Jamaican. So when you come from that, it's a it's like it's innate who you are. So they never saw rape because they were already abolished from rape from slavery 100 years before America was. So all this black and white and this, that, and the third, yeah, they had prejudice within themselves, but they weren't like how America was. They were already freed. So they're like, we don't know what are you doing? You're backwards. Was it Tennessee that they just acknowledged that there was a free state? Black History Month. Let's get the information. So they didn't really bother Meghan Markle because they know that wasn't a setup, like by accident, the way him and her, Harry and him talk. Oh, a mutual friend set us up on a blind date. They're kingmakers. There's no coincidence. There's no just a regular girl. Her daddy got royal ties, allegedly. They're not just picking any old body. They're desperate. And they know that we know who they really are. That's why they didn't put up this whole racial thing. America was like, ooh, this biracial girl and this black girl that he done married. King Henry and them were already that. I think the aunt had a Moor brooch when Meghan Markle and Harry got married. She had on a Moor brooch. And they highlighted it. Not mainstream media. Do you know? Get in your tribe, get in your information. So now when somebody comes to you, they go ahead and test me. I may not know everything, but I know who I am. I know where both great grandparents lived. One was from Manchester, Jamaica. The other one was Orca Gabessa, which was a coastal town in Jamaica. Manchester, the name Manchester is in Britain. He is I and I am him. They go through the same stuff that Americans go through, but it's a different scale. So it looks hoity-toity, it looks cute, but they cut ruthless. They do it in a nice way because of their accent. America's just savages. We're just like, what? No time for that cute talk. No time for that smart talk. What you say? Mm-hmm. Keep it in the bloodline. Yep. The Philip and Elizabeth are cousins. Third cousins. Victoria is their grandmother. Victoria had 9 kids. Her kids, the Tsar of Russia, Germany. Some of those kids, why you think the Tsar's, his son had hemophilia? Because, and working in pediatrics, in the liver disease, I seen when cousins breed with each other, their kids don't all come out good. There's some deformities internally, bloodlines. Your bloodline, improving health. I was watching a program on YouTube. I think it was by real time. I like to watch the British stuff, like the British history and like their cultures. And so this particular episode is dealing with the Pakistanians that are in London. It's a small community, but they're married their first cousins, and one family had like 5 kids, and like two had nervous condition, like their nerve. They were like they were like their nerves, their body was atrophic, like the muscles. They didn't have muscle reflex. Their eyes, some were blind. Um, and the debate was, should public health knowledge should should the health department um, give the information to this community about what happens when you mate with your cousin. And because if your child is sick like that, the medical bills are very high. And if this is a Pakistani community, some of them are coming in as refugees, so they don't have the services like that. So there's this debate of, should it be public knowledge that you do a screening for the blood in the family, so that to know, if you do happen to mate, if you do have to marry your first cousin, So the religious side was no, because that is what it is. But the medical side, some people were. There was this one Muslim, I don't know what they call rabbi. I guess I don't know what they call it, if he's a rabbi in the Muslim community, Islamic community. But he was like, so the reporter was asking him, so would you like let the community get research to get more information, right? About this, like give pamphlets at the health centers and just kind of leave like little pamphlets around for people. He's like, well, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. She said, but if you knew that one of your children, if you could help save one of your children and not drain financially the community, would you think about it? And he was like, yeah. So why they don't DT? Yeah, exactly. hmm they have to do that. Those type of bloodlines, especially the British monarch. For such a small country, it's a big ruler, and it's all because of Catherine and Victoria. They were the strong, and they were women. That's why I said we have a battle with the matriarch and the patriarch. Because what commandment is it? Is it the second commandment? Honor thy mother and father. Honor thy mother and father. Not honor thy father and mother. It's honor thy mother and father. So you have this battle going on right now where the kids are like, freak both of you. I don't care. We're in the age of information. So people can go online and look up everything. They don't need to hear what the parents are telling them. I know everything now, Mom. But thank God my daughter's in the information era, but she's still like, what are you like, what, Mom, for real? So that means that Prince Philip and Elizabeth, and how does that? She's listening. She could have researched it. She could have been like, nah, Mom, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't want to hear none of that. She's sitting there like, really? So how does that work? And you got to talk to the kids. You got to give them the information. What you learn, pass it down to them. Even if it's not 100% correct, you're still giving them something where they can then research it. We didn't have that. We had to go to the library and look up stuff. Right? So it wasn't like I can go Google it. You had to go walk to the library and read it. And even that, you're like, is this all true knowledge? Is this all true information? We had to take it like it was. Mhm. Allegedly. Mhm. Why you think he was fighting so hard to keep that? To let people know, look, that was rigged. His name is doo, 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 doo. Who's the archangel that's got the trumpet? Is it Gabriel or Raphael? I'm here to sound the alarm. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to sound the alarm. Oh, guess what? I'm not innocent either. Right? We know he was hanging with some stuff. He's a shady person. I'm not taking that off the board at all. But he said, if I'm going down, you all going down. Because you all were doing that. Look how they was cancel Twitter, cancel his Twitter. He's saying too much. And he was trolling. But people were getting their feelings. Like, we can't stand him. He's a racist. Who isn't? Name me one person that's like, I don't really fuck with them because. I'll wait. That didn't hurt. He did not hurt my feelings one bit. He didn't hurt my feelings one bit. Same thing like with the Tupac. And my grandma was like, yeah, but he says bitches. How could you listen to a man that says bitches? I said, I don't take that personal because he's not talking to me. I know who he's talking about. Can I be one? Sure. We get bitchy, but men do too. That's why they call Mitches. They get moody, aggy, but we don't be like, oh, you acting like. And then if we say that, it's like what you said. You ain't calling me. Oh, but you don't like. So don't call me one because you don't like it. You know what that word means. That's like calling somebody a Negro. But the "g" at the end or the "er," you call somebody with the "er," you're gonna fight. Cancel Joe Rogan. Cancel Whoopi. Because those words hold weight. But if you know who you are, then that don't matter to me. Because there's a difference. Like Tupac said, there's a difference from the "ger" and the "g." The "ger" is an insult. The "g" is like, you know what? And not everybody should be saying that. No. But it is what it is. I'm not offended. I didn't get offended when that president was talking all that stuff. He's not talking to me. I'm quoting his thing right now. I'm on like a couple of different people posting stuff about idiot, stupid shit. I'm like, that's why he said drain the swamp. Scorpio, drain the swamp. Get all that bullshit out of there. And let's get with the new stuff. He was about getting people money, small business, the melanated people, not bribing them like the two who are in office now, shuckling and jiving. Sister girl, I'm your sister girl. I'm your sister girl. Mhm. You're for the sister girl, but you don't want the man in the house. You know this. You didn't have a man in the house. Your moms and your pops got a divorce. So you might have a little vendetta. You might have a vendetta. And what did you do out in California? We got programs for the sister girls. We gonna make it all work for y'all. I got you. Got you. I'm a woman of God. color. She's using all the words. That's why I said words cast. Because a lot of women are like, ooh. Me and my best friend got into it. My best friend was like, when the Clinton and Trump elections were coming up. Was it Trump? Yes. She was like, she asked me, she was like, well, so are you voting? First, I don't vote. I voted for Obama because, yeah, keep hope alive. I did, right? Almost every Black person did. This brings me so much joy. You don't understand. This brings me so much joy. But he knew who he was. OJ said, I'm not OJ. No, he said, I'm not Black, I'm OJ. Obama said, my family's African. Man. But that whole story about that's another truth be told. Because he's related to a couple of other presidents. He's related to the monarch. It's by design. But the ordinary person doesn't know that. So they like, hey, we got a Black president. Not knowing that his bloodline is of the monarch. King James. Charlotte. Right? They want to divide us all up. Oh, it's Black. Oh, it's white. We're all in the same boat at the end of the day, though. It's about this. I could financially now move ahead so I'm not living like a lowlife. That's what happened with OJ. He got that and was like, I'm not this anymore. I'm OJ. But I don't need money to know that who I am. OJ. Joe Brown was like, yo, we doing this. Muhammad Ali. Cassius Clay. I'm not that. You can't box me in. What happened to Brother Malcolm? Y'all know I love Malcolm X. He went out to Mecca. What? They're brothers and sisters. As light and fair skinned as my mom's. Blonde eyes. Blonde hair. Blue eyes. Allegedly is what he said in Alex Haley's autobiography. Right? Because even there's like, that's not really what Malcolm was saying. Alex Haley wrote his own little, but you got me. Right? But when Malcolm saw what was going on and he was like, yo, we're going to unite with Africa. He went to France. He got that's when they bombed his house. And then December 21st, he was assassinated. February 21st. Black History Month. They don't ever give Malcolm. They'll be like, oh, it's Malcolm and Martin. Like, they're two pillars. They're two icons. Well, they are gods. But Malcolm, he was your hustler. He was your pusher. He was your pimp. And said it. I'm your pusher. Changed his life. Studied under somebody who he felt was a prophet. Right? But when he got some information, He said, well, hold on now. I'm going to do my own research. And I'm going to do my own detective work. And I'm going to see what's really real. And then when he went out to Mecca, he was in Tanzania. He's like, oh, we're going to unite. Not in the USA, you're not. You're trying to get who as allies? You're trying to do what? He got knowledge of self when he went out to Africa and was like, whoa, 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 whoa. These Muslims are not doing what those Muslims are doing in America. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm, Lotus. She's a Scorpio. Mm-hmm. That's it. Our delivery may not be good, but when we mean it, we say it. Mm-hmm. I always liked Whoopi. Karen. Karen Johnson. I remember her, Robin Williams, and George Carlin did an HBO special. It was the three of them. And it was an HBO comedy special. I memorized her whole skit, so I would come outside and do it, and I put the towel around my head, and I acted like how she was doing, and the kids loved it. In my past life, I probably was a comedian, but I like Whoopi. I liked Whoopi. Because back then she was like keeping it real. Now she's keeping it real, and they're like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Oh no, oh no, now little Whoopi. She didn't say nothing wrong. But this is that censorship. This is the patriarch. This is the we don't want you to get that information still. But we're in the age of Aquarius. It's the I know era. Piscean era was the I believe. But this information, Metatron, is the I know already. And that's people are battling it out like, you don't know. You don't know. Neo. Neo's like, no. I'm Mr. Anderson. Morpheus is like, you're not. The oracle said what? Only if you believe that you are, then you are. I can't tell you if you are or not. And then he turns around and he's like, did you see that? She says, see what? Yo, that movie is ill. Ill. He said, how did you? The little boy bent the spoon. How did you do that? And then the little boy's like, do what? And then at the end, he saw. And what did he do? He was like, the bots were mad. That's why we're getting all these flags and, whatever. They mad. Big mad. All right, y'all. So I think we have come to, what is it, almost 3 hours. We delivered. We came, we conquered. And I have to now get lunch because it's lunchtime. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. My Lotus is holding me down. I don't want to come off too preachy. Oh, it's just information. We're passing information around. And so I will keep you guys posted again, still, I will still keep doing that since my other pages on Instagram is down. Keep you guys posted with when I'm going to be doing the personal readings and the website to click in. I'm doing some more, getting some more information on changing from YouTube to going into something else that might be a little more beneficial for us. Just, just doing homework and research to see what's out there that doesn't compromise anybody paying for service. It's like, I mean, you're paying for the internet and stuff like that, but I'm like, please do not. I don't want to charge somebody a monthly subscription for me to come on, and I'm like, oh, today I ain't coming on. I pay for that shit. I want to see what you have to say. I don't want to do that. So I'm looking for all their alternatives where I can keep it kind of where it's still free. So now you're paying for this freedom to say, it's like censorship and the Second Amendment's not being executed, right? So we need to find other platforms that we can go on. And so that being said, I guess everybody left us, so nobody wants a personal reading or a mini reading. Shout out to everybody that came through. Eli was in early. Kit Murray, Jay Savage, Fave, Love and Loyalty, Brother Rich, Brother Breezy, Bonnet came through, and Booster. I haven't seen and heard Booster in a minute, so shout out to them for coming through. And I think that's it. I guess we're gonna wrap it up. So peace to you guys. Catch you on the flip side. Oh my god, yeah. We gotta be careful. Or use code words. I don't know what. I don't know what we gonna do. They're gonna put us in YouTube purgatory. All right, Lotus. I'll catch you on the flip side. I love you. Thank you for being down with me for the count, for the 10 toes. And yeah, man, just whatever. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.